going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Raging Ricky Sports Podcast. Here today, I got Mr. Cole Weatherup, big man, Scarborough man, and I got Brendan Yoshida. Every single episode has been here so far. This guy doesn't miss one.
Glad to be here.
I'm glad to have you, man. I'm glad to have you, man. Put it in the work, yeah, man. You're giving me all your time, bro. So, I guess today's subject might suck for you guys, but we're getting into it anyways. Today we're going to be talking about hockey, the NHL. And we're going to specifically start with that Montreal-Toronto series that just happened a week ago. And Montreal was not supposed to win at all. At all. Everyone wrote them off. You had a lot of people even saying Toronto was supposed to sweep. Toronto in 5. Maybe Toronto in 6, but if it goes to 7, they were going to give it to Montreal, but no one was predicting that. And you guys were up 3-1, looking so good. 4-0, and then 5-1 in Game 2. You got a good grind win in Game 3. We obviously took Game 1 and then won the rest. So, honestly, what went wrong? What went wrong for Toronto? Is it just the good old they just choke, they can never do it? Is there something that they're just missing? Even though I don't know what you guys are missing, to be honest. But I want to hear what you have to say, Cole. You're the new guest, so
first things first, I hate you.
Cheers to that.
But it's just being a Leafs fan, man. There's nothing they do is ever good enough.
But why not? There's got to be a reason.
No, because
do they just choke?
Last year we didn't have grit. And everyone said, you go get grit. And then guess what? We got grit. And guess what? Regular season, we looked great. We were so good. We were hitting people. Oh my God, playoff hockey is going to be great. And then everybody forgot that our top 6 can't handle playoff hockey. They're not hitters. And so they get hit a lot. The same thing happened against Boston every year. They beat us up. And their top 6 couldn't do anything more. And it's down to the bottom 6. The bottom 6 did their best. They had Spezza was our best player the whole series.
Not Nylander?
Willie. Okay, but as I'm saying, Willie's obviously up there. But Spezza was the next best player.
Okay, fair enough.
That can't be it.
No, you're right.
I'm sorry, but I love.
He can't be your second best player.
That can't be it. You know what I mean? And so it's it's just classic Leafs, man. It's just classic. Of course they have a 3-1 lead. It had to be 3-1 to blow it. It's always 3-1.
No,
it's almost 4-1. No, because they lost. They pissed away the lead. They had to Boston. Was it 4-1?
It was 4-1 back in 20.
Might as well be 4. Might as well be 3-1. Same thing because they just can't hold it. They can't do it, and it's so. I don't want to swear. It's so aggravating.
You can swear. We'll just
because you see it. You see it happening. I saw once I was watching Game 5 and I watched the overtime. I'm like, once they lost, I'm like, that's it. That's the series because we have literally zero resolve. We had a roll, and then Montreal's like, no, I'm going to put a pause on that. And guess what? The series is over because we can't rebound. We can't rebound. As simple as that. It's like watching Aaron Baines. He can't do anything.
Oh my God, can't rebound. I mean, hey, fair enough.
He literally can't do anything. And so looking at the Leafs, you see all the talent, all the potential. Aaron Baines could have been a good player. Guess what? Leafs, same thing. All kinds of potential could have been good. And then you just know it. You know he's going to be garbage. Leafs are going to be garbage in the playoffs. They continue to hurt me because they know they can.
Isn't it crazy that Austin Matthews can win 2 awards and not a playoff series?
Isn't that crazy?
He has the ability, what was the second award? He won the Rocket Richard, and he has the ability to win Lady Byng, which is the most sportsmanlike player.
And he just won the Rocket Richard.
Yeah, he won the Rocket Richard. So he might win the Lady Byng as well.
He at least scored.
But anyways,
1 goal.
Yeah, regarding the Leafs playoffs, I mean, I don't really care that much. I'm a fan, but it's just not surprising, right? So it's
well, yeah, but why did it get to a point where you don't care? Why is it like that for them? Why do they keep
you know what I'm happy about? Choking? I'm so thankful that Kobe was here because if I was in the square watching them lose again.
Would you have gone to the square?
Game 5 every single game I would go because I love going to because I love going to the square. It's great, but getting my heart rate out again in the square, I can't do it.
There might have been a riot, actually.
I thought Vancouver was bad.
I called that back in 2011. I'd much rather have another. I'd rather get swept 4-0 so bad than another fucking Game 7 loss.
Because they gave you that taste in your mouth. You're we're up 3-1.
Yeah,
like us again.
Yeah, but why did that happen? I think it has to do with coaching.
You think it's the coaching?
Yeah, I think they don't have anyone that's lighting a fire under them.
Well, okay, why aren't the players just motivating themselves?
They should be, but you also need a coach to help motivate sometimes.
Even more so?
And it hurts even more when Tavares is not on the bench.
Yeah, I think that's a different series with Tavares. I don't think we win still because I don't trust him ever. But I think it's a different series with Tavares.
It's just
because like game one,
especially because he is that captain.
Game one was a wash.
Yeah.
They're not going to win that game after that, and so it could have been.
Honestly,
maybe it could have been a sweep. Could have been a sweep.
Could have been 3-0 and then we come back.
I'm saying, well, if he,
It could have been like that.
I say it could have been if he won the next 3 games. It could have been a sweep.
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah.
But Carey Price was also standing on his fucking.
Carey Price outstanding.
Don't get me started on
He's like maybe. I think it's Vasilevsky.
He's impossible to hate.
But I think he's number 2. I think Carey
still
Price
hate
is
him.
number 2.
He's so clutch. He's so good in playoffs.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just annoying to watch. You you watch the Leafs and they're just literally shooting at him with no one standing in front of the net expecting to score. Good luck.
All of our goals.
Yeah, no. If he's seeing the puck, he's
all
not
of our goals were garbage goals.
Yeah, which is
they were
tip-ins and like
that's because that's how you're gonna beat him. And then for whatever reason in Game 7, we're like, we're gonna shoot right into his chest.
Yeah, Game 7 was bad too. It looked like they just didn't care.
You knew that there were two. It was already in their heads. The game was already over before.
Plus, they technically should have won Game 5 and 6. If you come back in the third period, down 2 goals both times, you have so much momentum.
Well, they did that last year too when they were down 3-0 to Columbus. Game 4,
but then Game 5,
3 goals to 3 minutes.
Yeah, Game 5 they gave us a horrible giveaway by Galchenyuk to 2-0. And then Game 6 was a horrible giveaway again by Dermott. Tried to do some spin move and then.
I feel so bad for Jack Campbell. He did not deserve that.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So that was one of the things too in the past. You guys were always like one of the things we were missing was a good goalie because Freddie wasn't in.
And he was lights out, man.
Jack Campbell was
lights out series and
dropped into your fucking.
Literally had one soft goal. Okay, maybe not one, but he had like games that one soft goal, and he knew it was soft. And like, Matthews may kind of obscured it a little bit with his stick, whatever. But it's a soft goal. It is what it is, and he knew it was soft. And just watching it, you felt all the enthusiasm just like deflate. It's like you saw the whole bench just like, it's happening. It's happening.
Muzzin was a big loss too.
Yeah, that was a humongous loss. You know what it's like? It's like that meme for all Liverpool fans. That was like last year when they lost. It was like that kid crying on the side of the sidewalk, like, "Mom, it's happening again! It's happening again!" That was me. I was actually so upset. I was like, "They're doing it again!" It was ridiculous, man.
What about so we're ripping into them, but like Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner, man, like. You could see on Mitch Marner's face, like in that Game 7, even Game 6, he's so frustrated, and he just can't calm himself down, get his act together. Austin Matthews is the same too. I think we were. I'm a Montreal fan, if anyone didn't know, so I'm going to say we when I talk about Montreal.
It's literally only you, but keep going.
Okay. I remember Game 1, Game 2, where we were trying to fight Austin Matthews, and he was like not doing it. Like you can see on his face, he was like smirking and not doing it. I'm like, why don't you fight it? Why don't you just do it? They're not expecting you to do it. Get yourself riled up, and you only have one goal in a blowout game where that goal probably didn't even matter at all, and you can't perform. Like, why are we shutting you guys out? Like, first we should give some love to Philip, but no, I think he did a phenomenal job. He played super great.
Along with Jake Evans.
Along with, Jake Evans, too. These guys were, you know what? We're going to take him. We're going to take him. We're going to take him out of the game. You're going to beat us with someone else. Mm-hmm. And that's what they did. You usually see that in ball. They'll be like, we'll get someone else on your team to do it. Don't see that too much in hockey, but they actually did it. And you guys couldn't beat us. But still, you should still be able to perform a little bit, get a couple points in. Yeah. Willie did. Willie did.
Their power play wasn't also that great.
Yeah, what happened with that? You guys were killing the power play halfway through the season, and then
I don't know.
Went super dry at the end.
It just seems like they just didn't adjust to anything. They just kind of left the power play the way it is, and when you're facing a team 7 games in a row, the team will adjust to your power play.
So I guess that's on the coach then, right?
Yeah, the power play coach has some knocks on him too.
Yeah.
Or the special teams coach. So there's that. But even though it was odd for me, actually, a couple times on the first power play unit, I saw Rasmus Sandin out there. I understand he's skilled, but you can't have a young guy like that quarterback in the power play.
But it's fair, but also besides Muzzin, who else is going to be out there?
Well, Riley.
He was a bit of an
100% Riley should have been out there for that. But yeah, he wasn't that great either. But
exactly, he wasn't that great.
TJ Brody's great.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel bad for Sandin, man, because he had a chance.
He still has a chance.
No,
I think he does.
Leaf Nation hates.
Well, okay, maybe not in Toronto. That's
what I'm saying. He had a chance in Toronto and he lost it, and that sucked because he was playing great, and then he made one mistake, and Leaf Nation hates him. Even before Game 7 or Game 6. I was listening to the radio and they're saying Rasmus said he's going to play another game. They won't be in this game at all. He's not going to play. They probably won't even dress him. I was like, he made one mistake, and people are saying he's not even going to be dressed anymore. Like, you're done in Toronto.
I mean, Chucky made a bad mistake too, and they still dressed him.
Yeah,
They just don't like Sandin.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they gave him a chance, and then they took it away from him. And I was like,
Yeah. All right. Well, then.
I think he's done. To be honest.
So I mean, after a few
Toronto,
years, after a few years of like, basically just not getting it done, not even in the first round. Like, do you think there needs to be some kind of like a blow up of this team?
No.
Or you guys are just going to accept it that you guys can't win playoff series from this going forward, or do you just hope that eventually it'll work it out? Because I do believe that this core can win a ring, or not a ring, the Stanley Cup. Just like how when Washington had Ovi and Backstrom and Green and all these like really good players, they were still getting bounced.
Even Tampa.
Even Tampa too.
Took them like 7 years to win.
They were a good team. They couldn't get it done, but I mean they were winning playoff series. It wasn't to this extent, but they were still getting bounced out quite early in the playoffs. So they just stuck to it. They stuck to their core. Eventually got another good player in Kuznetsov, and they won a. I keep saying ring. It's the Stanley Cup.
It's the same.
It's the same thing. They won the Stanley Cup in
ring.
2018. Yeah. So do you guys just stick it out like we're not trading Nylander, we're not trading Matthews, we're not trading Marner?
Made that team on paper unstoppable. He did. On paper, that team should have won everything. Yeah. And that's just the problem because like everyone's like, oh, blame Dubas or blame the coaching. It's like you gave the best possible team you could have possibly did. Like everyone's like, oh, you should have got Hall. Would Hall really been better here? I don't think he would have, to be honest. Like I think he's playing great in Boston since it suits his style. But I don't think he thrives on the third or whatever line we've been playing with.
I thought Galchenyuk was great.
Exactly.
The one I thought he played
that and his inability to play defense, but
but that's it. So like on paper, that team is solid. So if you blow it up, I think that's like the stupidest thing ever. To be honest, it is because like it's like they should have won. Yeah, they lost Tavares and they lost Muzzin. Those are big losses, and maybe win a game with both of them in, maybe. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's not the team built, like how it's built, it's the team mentality. And it's like we don't fight back. And you saw in game 5 when they just looked so deflated at the loss, you could see it. They try to fight back, but they can't. They don't have that mental fortitude to push through and say, no, we're going to win. We're going to try to win. It's not we're going to win, but we're going to try. And because they don't have that like mental fortitude to push through, you see it every single year. When it comes into clutch, they fall apart because they don't have the mental fortitude to push through. I know it's easy for me to say it. I'm not a pro, right? Like it's easy to say that in my position, but it just seems like they fall apart when it matters most. That is mental fortitude. You don't have it.
So does that come down to their like recruiting of like vets? Because I think that did play another factor too. Because we got vets this year. Montreal got vets in Corey Perry and
Corey Perry,
Eric Stahl.
Corey Perry was great. He scored some goals.
These guys were.
Took out Tavares.
Eric Stahl maybe not so much, but Corey Perry especially. Not on purpose, though. Not on purpose. But
it's a good friend, right?
No, not only that though. They've won the cup. They've done it. They've done it as their best player on that team throughout the playoffs. Maybe not Corey Perry because they had Niedermeyer and all that stuff, but they were still like very very key figures, and they've done it. They've gone to the top and they've gotten done. But then you guys get like a guy like Jason Spezza and Joe Thornton, which are good players.
I don't want to hear a word against Jason Spezza.
I know. I agree. I think Jason Spezza played well, but like the mentality part that you talk about, they haven't gotten it done. They haven't won it at all. Neither of them have. Yeah. So I think those two guys that we had the mentality that you're talking about right now. The guys that you had, they didn't win a ring, so maybe they don't have it. They still had great teams that they were on. They made it to the Stanley Cup Finals, but they didn't get over the last hurdle that you need to. So in my head, I'm like, you want that mentality, like you say, and you could go get it out in vets, but you guys, those vets never got it done themselves.
Well,
so maybe that's something you change. Maybe keep Spezza. I think Spezza played well.
How much did Jumbo Joe sign for?
Like a fat min. Maybe, yeah.
Minimum? How much Spezza signed for? Minimum.
What
about,
they waived him too. They
waived him to come back.
And he came back. He's like, anyone else signs me, I'm not playing. So just let me get re-signed by them.
Yeah, and then what did Simmons get?
A little more, a couple mil or something.
Yeah. So how many vet players do you know will take that pay cut just to go join the Leafs?
Clearly a lot.
If you're from the
right there.
Besides those three, I'm saying, like, do you think that Corey Perry takes the minimum cut? That's what it's going to take. Because for the Leafs cap, they have everything.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Maybe Montreal got lucky. It might come down to money, right? Because it's like if you only have $750 minimum, right, for every person, it's like, are you willing to take that money cut?
Yeah, they got $5 million extra after this. After Freddie's gone.
Yeah, I'm really happy.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe
I love Freddie, and like it sucks that like he didn't play the best in the playoffs, and I hope he has a good time in the future. But like, it's pain. it's too much pain. And I can't see $5 million going back to him ever again for the Leafs at least. Like I can't see it. And so he'll want more, and they're not going to give him more, so he's gone.
No, I think he does deserve maybe a little bit more than he's getting, but it's not going to be in Toronto. Obviously, Campbell's the better goal.
He's gone in Toronto.
He's gone.
And that's another thing. Like you guys had Campbell, you guys had the thing that was the knock, right?
And I felt so. I was so proud of him.
And then you had him, and then you had a good goalie, but then you lost to a team technically that you guys. I think Steve Dangle said he was like, if we had Campbell's goaltending for the last 3 seasons, we would have won all those series. And he was like, I firmly believe if Campbell was in net at when he was like at this good of a level, last few years you guys probably would have won because you guys said Freddie kind of just choked in the playoffs. So if you don't have that choking in Campbell or whatever, maybe you guys win those games. I don't know. Maybe you guys win those series.
We'll never know.
We'll never know. Okay, but I want to get into Montreal a little bit. Because, we're just talking about Toronto right now. And at this very moment, Montreal's up 3-0 against
That's insane.
the Winnipeg Jets. I
can't stand Connor Hellebuck. I cannot stand him. He's a joke. He's throwing the whole series away.
But does that make... I feel like I already know the answer. But, because we're, doing so well, does that make you feel any little bit better that... We weren't this just super trash team that everyone thought that we were.
I will never ever be happy with losing the Canadians.
Well, yeah. But I think one of the factors was but they were bad.
Yeah, but
we're not bad. We're not a bad team.
It's making it look like the Leafs could have rolled over the Jets.
I guess so too.
I think probably would, to be honest. I don't think we would have swept them, but it would have been the Leafs.
But then again, the Jets also have a good solution for the Leafs and Blake Wheeler and those kind of guys.
Yeah, well, they took care of Connor and they swept Connor.
They have those big guys,
Draisaitl.
right? That the Leafs are scared of or clearly don't go well against.
Yeah, so maybe it's just a good matchup for Montreal. Then maybe Montreal's just we were both kind of like those similar teams that we could take out the best players, but then technically Winnipeg's still a more talented team with Scheifele and Blake Wheeler too.
That was the stupidest thing I've seen in a very long time.
What, the hit?
Scheifele?
Yeah, that was ridiculous. There is no reason, and even if you hit him, whatever, but you jumped. Why you jumping?
Yeah, there were so many people that are like,
why are you jumping, man?
Oh, he didn't go for the head. He didn't jump.
You jumped.
I'm like, he literally left his, both skates were off, and he was elevated a little bit. It's not like he was falling down in the camp.
I saw Sean Avery's takes. It's just good old time hockey, man. Gotta keep your head up in the playoffs. Anything's fair game.
Yeah,
it's like okay, fair. But if you're allowing someone to run you from almost the blue line and then jump, where's the line being drawn for what?
Yeah.
I know they don't call penalties in the playoffs anyway. That's already been established clearly.
That's
that game 7.
That's another topic for another time.
How they didn't.
There was one call they should have called against Montreal. I can't remember.
Unless the puck goes over the glass without being touched by anyone, right? Then they call it.
That's an easy call. They're just like, well, that's the rules. You can't do that. You can't stop me. That's another topic.
I didn't want to talk about that. Right?
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh my god.
But yeah, I hate no, it's a suspension. What do you guys do?
I can't believe he's had the audacity to say it was excessive.
He's like, that was an excessive amount of time I've gotten.
Ridiculous.
And then that just probably brought down team morale. It's like your team leader.
Yeah.
One of your team leaders going down.
Well, he was acting like an idiot too. You could see he was getting frustrated during that specific game too, because he took a really bad penalty, I think, as well near the end of the third period. And you could just tell he's like, he's so rattled, but whatever, we were just locking him up. He was just getting rattled, and then he just took it out, and he wasn't playing the puck at all. He actually had a chance. I think if he actually pushed himself, he started coasting when he got to the slot right there. He started to coast. If he just pushed off a couple, he was lining it up exactly. And if you look back into it, and if you slow it down, it always looks worse when you slow it down. But the first thing that moves on Evan's body was his head. It must have been a headshot because everyone's like, "Oh, it was whiplash." I'm like, if it was whiplash, the body would have jerked, and then the head goes back along with the body. That's what literally whiplash is. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, no, I wish you got more games, man. You should be gone for the whole series. But it looks.
They'll never do that.
No, they won't.
Kadri got 8 because he's a repeat offender and he does stupid things in the playoffs. But they'll never.
That was also dirty. That was very dirty. Kadri's is dirtier than Scheifele's.
Yeah, 100%. But I'm saying they'll never give someone a full series unless it's a repeat like Kadri. That was a dirty hit. I agree. That's tough.
Actually, no. With the new guy, he won't suspend it at all. Tom Wilson was good.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's just crazy. I think they're
Imagine looking at George Carroll's thing. Yeah, you're not going to do anything to me. That monster human being with an amazing mustache. Yeah, you're not going to do shit.
I think that is an issue in hockey, though, this hitting stuff. And people technically like it, the physicality of hockey. They enjoy seeing it. But I think hockey needs to do, I guess the NHL specifically needs to do a better job in like trying to promote the skill side of the game, because the skill side of the game is so bloody good. It's phenomenal when you see like the guys like Connor McDavid and Crosby, I don't know, Rantanen, Landeskog, all these guys with like such tremendous skill with the puck, and they're like dangle people and stuff. It's like so phenomenal to watch, and that's what we want to watch more. But a lot of the times it gets stopped by like just a stupid physical hit that like I guess it's part of the game, but then it's not promoting the more entertaining side. I think for people that do kind of care about hockey in terms of watching it for that side.
I disagree.
Well, I don't mean like getting rid of. Like,
I'm saying because if you get rid of if you try to take away contact, the first thing that's going to be going next is hitting or is fighting. Sorry.
I actually So I agree that fighting should actually stay.
Absolutely need fighting.
Yeah,
imagine seeing NHL players with the big stop sign on the back of their jersey.
Oh my god. No, but yeah, I think fighting should agree because like I think in Europe they don't have fighting, or like there's leagues around the world that they actually don't have fighting, and it's actually like not a good thing.
The Brad Marchands of the world have no repercussions except a fight, and he barely ever has a fight because no one wants to do it to him. So they know that if they did, Big Z was coming out there later, right? So that's the reality. And this year, even then, like no one's gonna fight him because you don't win. It's like fighting a bully. It's like, do you really win? Like no. Yeah. Now you're just as bad as him. You've sunk to his level. But like it's the idea that if he goes and does a nasty slew foot or some nonsense like that, I could get my
and I think that's a good thing
in a fight. But if there's no consequence besides like a penalty and a $5,000 fine, which is like nothing to these people, then I'm going to do whatever the hell I want because my punishment is nowhere nearly severe.
Yeah, I was like Nick Foligno, Corey Perry.
Yeah, that was so.
I didn't agree
ridiculous.
with it too. It was kind of dumb, but at the same time, someone's got to do it because if you don't, then we're a soft team. And honestly, I think we are a soft team. So it shows that to begin with. It's like no one else is going to do it. It had to be Nick, and that's pathetic.
Had to be Nick or had to be Wayne.
And who?
Or had to be Wayne.
Yeah, those are like your only two rough guys, I guess, right? Like you guys don't have
the defenseman kind of. Muzzin probably can.
Muzzin maybe.
Yeah.
But
you're not going to take Muzzin out for 5 minutes.
You're not going to take
Muzzin
out. Yeah.
No.
You should go. Yeah.
It's like Matthews fighting. Like, what was Matthews 5 minutes in the box? It's dumb.
Well, it's dumb, but like I said before, like I think they still need. You got to stand up to yourself. You're getting bullied, not bullied, but like they're like trying to get into your head. You got to like.
And he rises above it. If someone,
but he did it.
I'm saying, but like mentally, I'm saying he didn't get sucked into it. I'm saying, but if he got sucked into it, then he's off for 5 minutes, and they can do what the hell they want.
Okay, but I'm going to say I think he did get sucked into it. His mentality was gone the whole series. They actually did get into his head somehow, whether it was the physicality or not. I think he got shut down.
He hit like 3 posts as well this series as well. So like, it's not like he was missing shots. He just hit
that does happen to him in season 2 when he starts hitting posts like crazy for a bit, for a few, like a 5-game stretch. He'll just keep hitting posts. And then
it does get into your head, yeah.
And the next 5 games he'll score 10 goals.
Yeah. All right, so I guess everyone here is taking. I guess Montreal's probably going to win this series.
3-0, yeah.
At 3-0. I mean, I know in hockey it could. There have been like reverse sweeps. It does happen. Not like basketball. Basketball never happens. You're never going to see it.
You know what's crazy? They can get reverse swept, and the Leafs are still worse.
But okay, so whoever Montreal faces after this would be Colorado or Vegas.
See you later.
So whoever it is, you don't think Montreal has a chance at all?
Leafs I don't know anymore.
Leafs didn't have a chance against those teams in my opinion.
I don't even know.
Well, that's the thing. We're just built different.
Colorado though has a pretty similar build to the Leafs.
Exactly. We have guys like Philip Deneau, like Jake Evans. We got like these good two-way defensive players that do well. But I think they're at a different level, right? I think that's what you're saying.
Rantanen who's going to rip you guys open.
It is though, but imagine.
Yeah, but we still got the best player on the
mid-season though. Are you thinking about it? It's Mitch Marner and Matthews versus Rantanen and McKinnon. You're probably taking Matthews and Marner this past season.
Yeah.
In the regular season?
Yeah. Probably. The only duo you're taking above them is Draisaitl and McDavid.
Yeah.
What about they didn't play. I was gonna say Kucherov and like Stammers.
I'd still take Matthews. In the regular season I'd still take Matthews.
So like you never know in the playoffs. The Canadians could do the same thing they did to Marner and thing, and
if they fucking win,
I think they have like Rantanen and McKinnon, but then they have.
But Landeskog is a way better Hyman.
Yeah,
a way better Hyman.
And then they also have like Cale Makar and
Grubauer's playing well too, man.
Yeah, why?
It's very similar built, like.
But then at the end of the day, I think unless we play, even if we play Tampa Bay, I think we have the best player on the ice in Carey Price. Like
Vasilevsky.
that's why I said. That's why I said maybe other than Tampa Bay.
Even right now, Kucherov though is playing very well.
Yeah, this guy didn't miss a beat with that.
He didn't miss a beat. He played no games in the season. Just
He's like, I'll score 10 points. It's not a big deal. But I guess the X factor is for Montreal. As good as our like two-way players are, it's still like Carey Price still has to rob like a lot of goals.
Like literally, how
a
big
lot
was
of
that?
games.
How big was that 1-0 game win? They went to game 2.
I think it was 2 in the game 1.
Is that game 1?
We won 2-1 in game 1,
and then you won.
and he had that stupid save. I can't remember what it was. He had that like.
Did he get a shutout, Carey Price?
Not against. Oh, you mean against Winnipeg? Oh yeah. We had a 1-0. How do you know what he does?
Yeah,
you know what he does.
That's always huge.
And everybody was like raving, "Oh, these are the 2 best goalies." I'm like, Hellebuck's not number 2.
He might win Vezina though.
He
or
might.
Vasilevsky, but
Vasilevsky, I guess, would be the other guy. But like, Carey Price is probably the best goalie, the best player on the ice against anybody except for Tampa Bay. That's why I think they have a chance along with our two-way players because they've literally shown out that they can shut down these big guys. I mean, I know Marner and
the Avs are a different story though.
Yeah,
I feel like, and if by some miracle like the Knights win, I don't think he'd beat the Knights either. To be honest,
Mark Stone's nasty.
Yeah,
that team is so good.
I don't
Mark
think
Stone's
that team is
so
good. Even Pacioretty's playing pretty well too.
And Fleury has the ability to steal a game too.
He does.
Yeah.
It's rarer.
Yeah.
If that's a word. That sounded wrong.
More
rare, but he does have the chance to do that.
Yeah.
And then I guess the other series is Boston and the Islanders. I love that.
That is the funniest thing to watch on Barstool Sports. I don't really care much about like Instagram. I'll go look through it sometimes, but like I'll specifically go in the morning after their games to go and see what happened for that, and that is the funniest thing I have seen in a long time for a sports series. It's absolutely golden.
God,
it's almost like Arsenal fan TV, man. Like it's
to that level.
It's so good.
Oh God,
it's actually
have you ever
good.
watched Arsenal fan TV? After Arsenal loses, just look up Arsenal fan TV, and there'll be like they interview like a bunch of their fans, right? And
He's done it again.
There's 2 guys specifically. I hate I'm trying to know.
One of them died,
2 guys
though,
specifically.
right?
Yeah. It was very sad.
The big white guy died, right?
Yeah. Troops and DT. Those guys, Troops specifically, his rants, especially after they lose, is gold. It's golden. He'll get like 500,000 views.
It's
on
like
that
YouTube gold.
So
it's like old YouTube gold where it's like you find those like videos like compilations.
Oh yeah,
It's worthy of its own compilation. Like that kind of nonsense, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, that will wrap it up for our episode today, our little hockey episode today. Cole, thank you very much for coming out. I know it must have been tough for you.
I still hate you.
I know. You made that very clear, bro. Don't worry. But yeah, man, thanks a lot. Do you want any shout-outs, anything you want
Yeah,
to do?
I got a shout out for Gail. Look up her stuff for some custom clothing. Excellent quality.
All right. I will like to also shout out Tan Swimwear Co., ran by my good friend Victoria Kennedy. Go check out her stuff. It's all bikinis. I think she just had a giveaway, but it's just finishing up now. But yeah, local shout out to the local businesses, you know. And lastly, I do want to shout out again the Scout Team podcast because I keep taking Brendan from them, and I feel so bad. But I love having Brendan on. So shout out Scout Team podcast. They're on Spotify. They have a lot of great content. If you like American football, definitely go there if you want to hear more hockey or anything like that. Because I'm not as great on the hockey in the hockey world as you guys are. So. Yeah. Shout out Scout Team podcast.
Shout out. Anyway, also on Apple Podcasts. Is that what it's called? Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, we're there too.
Yeah.
True.
All right. Raging Ricky signing out.